Namaskar, friends. In my today's lecture, as a part of the series of World Heritage Sites inscribed by UNESCO, I'll be taking you through three biodiversity hotspots. The first being Western Ghats, which is actually much older than Himalayas and is a global biodiversity hotspot which is extending along the western coast of India from River Tapti in the north to the southern tip of the country. It is also known as Sahyadri mountain range, moderating the tropical climate of the region. The site presents one of the best examples of monsoon system on the planet. It is recognized as one of the world's eighth hottest hotspot of biological diversity. This is apparent from the fact that covering just under 6% of the land area of India, the Western Ghats contain almost 30% of all Indian plant, fish, herpeto, fauna, birds, mammal species, and all found in the country. And many of these species are endemic, typical to this particular Ghats. The Ghats include the unique Sholas ecosystem. What is that? This basically consists of montane grasslands which are then dotted with evergreen forest patches which contain numerous medicinal plants, and now the traditional medicines have been recognized by the World Health Organization, so it's a place which is a must visit. The Western Ghats perform important hydrological and watershed functions. As people living in the peninsular Indian states, which is quite a substantial number, they receive most of their water supply from the rivers which have been originating in the Western Ghats. So something similar like what the great National Himalayan Park did, if you remember. The second bio reserve that I want to take you to is basically a combination of two, that is Nanda Devi National Park and the Valley of Flowers, which is also a national park. Now, both these biosphere reserves were inscribed in 1988 on the UNESCO's World Heritage Site and are located in the Chamoli district in Uttarakhand. It is believed, and this is an interesting story, that this particular park was actually discovered in 1931 when three British mountaineers led by Frank S. Smith had actually lost their way. And that is when it was a coincidence that they had, an eye with this spectacular valley. It is a destination where nature actually blooms in its full glory with over 600 species of exotic flowers like orchids, poppies, daisies, etc. I actually don't know why Silsila had to be shot in the movie Silsila had to be shot in foreign locations, because this is a beautiful location amidst subalpine forests. The trek to the valley offers some eye-catching spectacles of cascading waterfalls and wild streams, and is a home to rare wildlife, including my favorite snow leopard. So I think I have been putting a lot of information to all of you. So I'm sure your rucksacks are partially ready. And the last which I want you to get familiar with for today is the Sundarbans National Park. Sundarban, which literally means beautiful forests. It's a biosphere and a tiger reserve too. So this is, unlike the Shola ecosystem earlier, which we discussed, this is a mangrove ecosystem, which is dominated by Sundari trees, and that is basically from where it derives its name, Sundarbans also. And this is spread over a large delta, which is stretching on the east side of the country. So it is from River Hooghly in West Bengal to River Baleshwar in Bangladesh. And it was declared the UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1987. The mangrove trees, they stand, if I may say, lazily on the mud flats, which are visible only when there are low tides, because otherwise in high tides they then tend to get submerged. And the uniqueness of Sundari trees lies in their roots, which shoot upwards for respiration. Yes, you heard it right. The roots shoot upwards for respiration, particularly during waterlogging during the monsoon season. Beautiful nature is, isn't it? Now, this mangrove habitat, it supports the single largest population of tigers in the world, which have interestingly adapted to an almost amphibious life. I mean, animals do it so fast, and it is we as Indians who keep, we as humans who keep on, crying out our difficulties in adjustment. But these tigers have adapted to an absolute amphibious life. They are capable of swimming for long distances, but beware that they are also renowned for being man eaters, most probably due to their relatively high frequency of encounters with local people. I hope these three biodiversity sites have been sounding very overwhelming and welcoming to all of you. So have a happy trip, and enjoy yourself. Take care. Jai Hind and my namaste.